Thanks, Sonal, and good morning, everyone. I'm delighted to welcome you all to this special edition of the India Today State of the States Conclave to celebrate something which is rare, remarkable, and still unfolding, Sikkim's 50th year as part of the Indian Union. Please join me in welcoming the Honorable Chief Minister of Sikkim, Mr. Prem Singh Tawang. In fact, the India Today group has twice recognized him as the most popular chief minister in the country. Another round of applause for that. And along with Sikkim, Chief Minister, we also celebrate our 50th anniversary in December. Arun Puri, Editor-in-Chief and Chairman and Founder of India Today is here. Tamangji, Sikkim's Golden Jubilee marks a very powerful chapter in India's democracy. In 1975, just to go a bit back into history, through a referendum, Sikkim then was a Himalayan kingdom, made a bold and peaceful choice. Its citizens voted not just for integration, but also for transformation. Sikkim chose democracy, and in doing so, it didn't just redraw a map, it reimagined what its future could be. The transition was smooth, the intent was clear, and the result, historic. Sikkim hasn't just caught up with the rest of India, it has often sprinted ahead. Over the past 50 years, Sikkim has quietly scripted one of India's best and most inspiring development stories, which is green, grounded, and global in its relevance. And let me just give you a few examples. Way back in 2003, Sikkim was among the first states in India to go green. It banned chemical fertilizers altogether to protect its soil, its streams, and its future. And if you fast forward to 2016, Sikkim again became the first state in India to go 100% organic. That's not just a policy, it's a conviction with the people of Sikkim. And if you look and you go to Sikkim today, over 66,000 farming families have benefited from this vision of growing healthier crops, earning better prices, and reconnecting with their land. And not just India, the world has taken notice of you all. The United Nations awarded Sikkim the Future Policy Gold Award, often dubbed the Oscar of Best Policies. Let's give them a very warm round of applause for that. And so Sikkim has become the global poster child for sustainable agriculture. It now exports organic rice, vegetables, spices, and fruits, and it leads India in cardamom production, second only to Guatemala globally. Chief Minister, I come from Kodagu, Coorg, which is also a great cardamom producer, and you told me my name also has some similarities, that Chengapa for some reason also happens to be a Sikkimese name, and therefore maybe we have some connections that's there, but we don't know about it. But carrying on with the success story of Sikkim, I'd like to point out a few other things before we come to discussing with the Chief Minister. And I told you about its sustainability. If you take a look at its forest, and that's one of the big things that's happened over there. Sorry, there's a little bit of glitch with my system. I think the connection is jumping. Yeah. Sikkim's sustainability doesn't stop at the farm gate itself. It's forests. It's recognized for its pristine forests, its fabulous rivers and streams. And in fact, tourism is one of the big things that's happened in Sikkim. You've seen a great boom that is there. And if you look ahead at some of the things that it's done, one of the big things I think you've done is that the human capital investment that you've got has begun to pay off. You have one of the highest literacy rates in the country. Sikkim has built schools in the most remotest of valleys and ensured that every child, even in the most far-flung district, gets access to education, scholarships, and multilingual teaching. And if you go ahead and look at some of the things that it has got in terms of sorry, one second. If you take a look at the politics of the state, and I think that's where you come in, Chief Minister, you have in many senses looked ahead with a lot of ambitious goals that is there. And as it celebrates its Golden Jubilee, it's very fortunate that the state has you as its head. Just to give you a brief, just to give you a brief background about the Chief Minister. He started his life as a teacher. He studied Bachelor's of Education and says he enjoyed teaching children at that time. That's not where you got your surname, I think, in terms of the Sir part that is there. And then joined politics in 1994. Very principled in terms of the fact that he said, I would never put down anybody. If I had to grow, I had to grow above them. Became a minister straight away in Pawan Chamling's government at that time, and held human resources and other portfolios. And then in 2013, he took a really big risk. He founded the Sikkim Krantikari Morcha and pushed for major change. And to this day, he says that he's close friends with Pawan Chamling, and he regards him as his guru. I mean, that's the kind of politics we need. He doesn't sort of... Well, the Shishya then overtakes the Guru. That's the story. By 2019, he gets elected with a majority and becomes Sikkim's chief minister after Pawan Changling served for 25 years and was one of the longest serving chief ministers of the country at that time. Under your leadership, Mr. Tawang, Sikkim has witnessed, as I said, a new momentum for youth development. That's been one of your big focuses. Decentralized governance, women's empowerment, and green economy initiatives. And in recognition of your performance, we saw last year in the elections that was there, his party won with a massive, massive majority, I think getting 31 of the 32 seats that Sikkim has. And one thing he's very proud about is that he has no Congress leanings, unlike, as he says, many of the Northeastern chief ministers that's there. He just believes in his ideology and has not leaned on any others.